Prologue. 10th August 1972, Grand Teton National Park. Even years later, she would remember it as the day her life began. She and Wayne had taken the boat out on Jackson Lake and dropped the sails and drifted with the brightly twinkling waves. It was a clear day, a lustrous day. The sky was a deep, hungry blue with only a few high cotton ball clouds drifting through it. Across the lake, ragged peaks thrust into the skies, their flanks a patchwork of bare gray rock and white, never-melting snow. The breeze, cool with the promise of autumn, raised a light chop on the water and whipped her long, fine hair into sudden streamers. It was a bittersweet summer, the last one before college. The future then seemed chilly and uncertain, and his arm around her had lent her warmth and security. He was going to Yale, eventually into law, she to Chicago. All the old anchors, of love, of family, of friends, were being cast loose. They had gazed out at the lake, the sky, the soaring mountains, and talked earnestly, as only the young can, about the world and the future and their plans for it, sensing that, like the melting snow high upon the divide, their lives would run off in different directions now, empty into different oceans. Wayne was square-built, with curled, ruddy blonde hair, the sort of boy who played gentleman's football, though he would not have lasted a minute in the proletarian version. He had the right family, he attended the right schools, where he achieved respectable grades. Their families had summered together ever since boarding school. He was altogether the sort of boy that Mummy judged very suitable, and Mummy never missed a chance to throw them alone together. "We'll see each other on breaks and vacations," she assured him. "Our families always come here to Jackson Hole." "Promise?" "Promise what?" "That, no matter what, you and I will always meet here, each summer, on August 10th. She laughed. "Sure." Then she saw the anxiety in his face and put her own arm around his waist and hugged. "Sure," she said again. "Promise, August 10th. She gave him a quick kiss and snuggled against him. "Chicago is so far, Reese," he said. "You could have gone to Harvard. You were accepted there, too." "And you a Yalie? That wouldn't be right. That would be like Capulets and Montagues." And there had been something about gaining admission based on legacy and Grandpa's money that she hadn't quite liked. Chicago, at least, had not been obliged to take her in. "Besides," she added, "Chicago has a better business school. Even Grandpa says so." "Business?" She felt his surprise. "I'd assumed you'd be going into English Lit." "It's not for you to assume." "Grandpa won't live forever," she said. "When he dies, Van Huyten Industries will be mine." It should have been Father's. Dear, dying, wasted father. It should have been Father's, but Grandpa is giving it to me. Sometimes the thought terrified her. Sometimes she lay awake in the night wondering what she would ever do with it when she had it, praying that Grandpa would live forever. At other times she ached for the day. Not for Grandpa's death, of course, but to seize the helm, to do something about the direction the country had been drifting in since those terrible gunshots had robbed it of its spirit. A business ought to be more than a machine for making money. It ought to be directed toward some goal. "Making money is my goal," Grandpa had told her with that pirate's grin of his. Wayne smiled at her and pulled her closer. "You don't have to run Van Huyten Industries," he said. "You just have to own it." His hand began to rub her back between the halter string and the waistband of her bikini. Who was he to decide for her? She gave him a jab with her elbow, a playful jab, with just a little bit of force behind it, so that he oofed. He pulled her tight against him and tickled her, and she tickled him right back, and soon they had toppled off their seats onto the deck, laughing and giggling. A sudden pause while they gazed into each other's eyes, then they kissed, deeply and eagerly. When they parted, she rolled onto her stomach and stretched out flat. "Rub some oil on my back, would you, Wayne? I want to work on my tan." It was the